Hi, this is Protege Law, League Analyst, and in today's video I want to talk about going pro in League of Legends, the mechanics conundrum. Are mechanics enough to go pro? And the issue is, players climb abusing mechanics and aggressive playstyle, but are slow to adapt to the understanding of how pro play works because it is not focused around abusing players' solo queue mistakes, but instead their macro mistakes. And for the purpose of this video, what are mechanics? Mechanics are the ability to hit skill shots with high accuracy, the ability to find kills on the opponents pretty much, and the ability to dodge skill shots. So, in League of Legends or in pro play, even in solo queue, there are a lot of windows. And a window is your turn to make a play. You can either take it and make a play, or you can miss it and give the opponent two windows, like two in a row. So it goes like this: my turn, your turn, my turn, your turn, or your turn, my turn, your turn, my turn. So who gets the first turn? The first turn starts level 1. It could be pre-minion spawn or post-minion spawn. And who gets the first mistake? Sorry, who gets the first window? It's either who makes the first smart play to punish, or who makes the first mistake is going to lose their window, pretty much. So the windows are the ebb and flow of the game in that sense. And what happens in solo queue is mechanics help you abuse the solo queue scenarios and help you take your windows with full force, right? So this example I want to use is level 3 Lee Sin, right? He's just cleared his blue, his wolves, and his red, right? Or his blue Grom red, right? Level 3. He's going top side, right? And top lane are both level 2, but the enemy top lane is trading really poorly. He's like half health. Apparently he waits flash, and he's playing up the lane with no vision, right? So already, like you can see the scenario of solo queue where it's gonna favor going for the kill. So you go up there, right, and you land your Q, QQ, E, you kill him, right, pretty much. And the idea is, right, the idea here is the fact that you were able to land your skill shots, right, and to scare the kill, that now puts the enemy top laner behind in a sense, right? And let's say the lane is not pushing towards your laner. Their top will TP, and what you can do is you can now go again with the gank and kill him, and now he's died twice. And now he's denied all this EXP and gold, pretty much, and the lead is going to grow between the laners, right? And the idea is the idea here is if you weren't able to land your skill shot onto the laner, you would have never gotten that lead, pretty much. Like that lead would have never been made in a sense, right? So here you can see the mechanics are going to help you develop leads, because once you get these leads, you can now keep using these mechanics to outplay and to get kills, and that's going to lead to towers and dragons and barons, and then end the game as fast as possible, right? And this is where you see like all these solo queue gods, right? They've climbed to solo queue in like under 50 games. Climbed to challenger in under 50 games. They've climbed in Korea. They've did well in Korea, but on the LCS stage they just fumble, right? And why is that? Well, it's because mechanics do not directly affect your ability to punish macro mistakes. And by like a macro mistake, it's like saying, well, let's put it in this example, right? In this example, the enemy team puts all their resource topside, right? So what does that tell you? Well, now your bot side is stronger, because now you should have more resources bot side by comparison and by using math in a sense. So what happens is they can take top towers and get Drift Herald and take control of your top side jungle, whereas downwards you're going to mirror, take the dragon, you're going to take their bot towers and their bot side jungle in a sense. But as you can see here, mechanics has nothing to do with the trading. It's just understanding the game, right? So what happens is teams put more value in this, like in the macro aspect of the game, over the solo queue mechanic Lee Sin, Riven, Jace stompers, because they've never really put much time and effort into learning the mechanics and not mechanics, the macro play of the game, and knowing what to do when certain things on the map happen to then keep the golds equal or to get a lead in a sense. And that's pretty much the idea of the video. I would say mechanics are useful in going pro. It helps you to climb and get better as a player, but that's where a lot of players fumble, and they need a lot of more. They need more development and it's training in a sense to then get better. So that's where the teams are going to take them in, and then they're going to teach them the game, like map play, moving around the map, and what to do when, in a sense. So mechanics are useful, but they aren't everything when going pro. And players who can already come to the pro scene with understanding of the macro play will be ahead of the curve and will be like in a sense have a better edge when teams are looking for players that they want to add to their roster or to the sub academy or anything, because these players are already ahead of the curve and they know what to do when, and they can and once you know the macro play, you can now shot call, and that's a valuable asset to bring to a team, not only the mechanics and in the champion pool, but shot calling. So yeah, that's it, and thanks for watching.